Hey folks, how you guys doing? Alright, I want to bring you something today on Lego. Lego is introducing a whole new campaign toward toys whose figures have disability or disabilities. And usually I put this sort of thing on Gamers Den because of the toy issue, but I think that a long list of us probably already thought, including me, that there were, figures like this already by the popular brands. Lego's revealed its first young disabled minifigure after a campaign was launched last year. The hashtag #ToyLikeMe group has suggested company pandering to the disability stereotypes because its only character to use a wheelchair was an elderly man. I guess there was an actual elderly man Lego figure. So Lego's actually stepped it up. The new character is one of many being introduced. The major toy manufacturers are now being urged to follow in the footsteps of the Danish firm. In other words, Lego is Danish. I didn't know that. Learned something new today. I didn't think they were from the UK. I mean, the United States, but I didn't know they were Danish. And the reason I was about to say United Kingdom is because it actually says the hashtag #ToyLikeMe campaign was launched to create major toys to represent the 770,000 disabled children in the United Kingdom. So that's why I almost said United Kingdom. So I really love this. There's a bunch coming out. I mean, let's see here. I don't know how many of these are actually disabled, but I'm sure there's a good amount. They have to have one or two that are testing how it'll be, and then they have to basically go out and say, in a marketable world, if I make a Lego figure have Down syndrome, will I get sued? Is that a market that they can play up, that they can actually make money and not lose money on? Is a stereotype first off legal, second off respectful, and third off going to make profits and not going to get us sued? And then it's basically just marketing the various disabilities. So I don't know how you feel about this, but personally I thought this already existed in some form. I kind of thought, wow, it doesn't exist yet? Wow. So I've been watching this for a little while, and they've tried various other things. They've tried to get like a Parapro line going with these guys and try to do mock Lego characters and this and that, and like I said, it's more of a legal issue than anything. I mean, a toy in a wheelchair is fine. I mean, that can be, oh, little Timmy's coming out of the hospital. He still needs a wheelchair. Poor Timmy. Hope he does well soon. Or, oh, look, there's the cripple. So it's all about marketing. It's all about everything else. I've told you guys that I have a number of medical problems. I did spend some time in a wheelchair growing up. It was more or less back and forth between the hospital, this and that, but there were a lot of shitty things done. And, I was near death a bunch of times. So, lo and behold, I'm bringing you this not only because I feel that if my kid was disabled, I would actually want him to play with a Lego figure like this, but because for me, Lego is a family brand that almost can do no harm. Now, I don't know so much about you and your family, but I grew up on Lego robotics. I grew up on the various big drum sets that you could put together and like build little castles and stuff in the big Legos. Actually, one of my buddies had a bunch. I mean, we're talking like thousands. And he tried to build like his shed or something when he was an adult out of Legos. It caved over like first major wind because he didn't glue it or anything. So kind of a kind of a dumb figure there, but hey, the adults that play with these things are kids inside too. There's not much we can do. But this is actually a great line of toys. I don't know exactly where they're going to draw the line. I mean, are they going to make it where, hands and legs can come out? I mean, the hands can come out of these figures anyway, but the legs can't. Are they going to make them where, certain disabilities, and then you can switch out the head if you want it to be young or old? I mean, really, when it comes down to it, this is actually a great line of things to come, because not only can they service the starting disabled, but they can also service the veteran disabled as well. These guys coming back can petition Lego. This is exactly what I would do, and say my uncle or my father or my grandfather had this happened to him when he was over there. Is there any chance we can get a figure like this? And I know that we're talking about Lego, and once you have the basic characteristics for Lego, you can actually use a 3D printer and print these guys, because all these little parts generally come off. So it would be actually very easy to 3D print, a certain face on someone, or a certain, characteristic, and then this or that. Now, 3D printing by itself doesn't usually do design work. That's handled by other functions. I've seen some that do, some that don't, so it really depends on how high-end it is. But I wanted to bring this to you because I really respect that Lego's attempting to do this, and I know there's going to be some real a-holes out there that are going to sue them, saying, "Oh, this looks like my kid. How dare you make this in the image of my kid? I'm going to sue you for $4 million. First off, it's Lego. I mean, they've existed since, the 40s, 50s? So they have the money, but I really don't want to see Lego getting sued for this. That's like I said, where are they going to draw the line? I don't know. Thank you.